Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Exos Double Round Pendant. This is the smallest one out of the series. A couple larger than this. Check them out. Watch those videos. This is the 139602. Let's get into the size of the fixture body, and that's going to be independent what it's hanging from. That's really the shades to where these begin. 8.2 inches high, 16.1 inches in diameter, and that's a metal to metal measurement. The actual shade inside is just a little smaller, 10 inches for the inner shade and 15 inches for the outer shade. And then the overall height, that's a distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, and that's going to encompass everything. It's going to give you a pretty good range on this. 11 inches at its shortest, 56 inches at its longest. However, there's 77 inches of wire, so if you want to go up to like about 70 inches overall height, we can do that. We just have to order some other kits for you, or another kit for you. There's a chart on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont over on that side. And there's also, that while you're over there, check out, there's a link. It says, click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So we're going to look at both of those things. So the install instructions are going to give you a parts list. They're going to show you how to put it together, which is very easy. That chart's also going to be on that list. And that chart is going to show you which combination of which of these rods you're going to use to get to the overall heights that are listed there. There's a whole series of them there, so check those out. So Hubbardton's using this system of interconnected rods that screw together. You're going to be getting automatically 3 of the 12s, 1 of the 6, and 1 of the 3. And you'll notice in that install sheet how we put it together is very simple. The glass on the bottom and the shades do not go on until you have it all the way installed. You're going to take this and you're going to put down like a blanket or some towels, and you're going to put the part that has the sockets at one end, and you're just going to, after you figured out which you need from that chart, you're going to slowly take those wires and feed them through the little parts one by one. So you're going to go through a pipe, through a connector, and this is a threaded connector. The pipes actually have threading on both ends, and you're going to go through the one at a time, and then you're just going to simply screw them together. It just takes one quick second to do that, and check it out. And see how clean that is? You can barely even tell that there's a seam there. It's a beautifully engineered piece. And then you screw the whole thing together. The wires are going to exit this. This is the canopy up on the ceiling. This is 6.1 inches in diameter. The one you're going to get is a little more domed, just so you know. And then you're going to put it on here. And there's actually a bracket, a universal bracket that's going to go on here, and then it's going to go on here. So it all kind of comes together. This is what you guys have at home. This is a 4-inch junction box. This is slope, ceiling, adaptable, already to 45 degrees. There is a knuckle already built into this, so it allows it to go like that. Here's your slope, right up to 45, and you're good to go. Okay, I want to hit a couple other things. You're going to notice there's a diffuser on the bottom of this. It's a frosted glass diffuser. It's a dome. You're going to put it in like this, so it's like the top side, domey side up. And then it's kind of a frosted, so you don't really see the bulb. There's a little bit of a gap on the edge of it, and that's needed to cool the lighting inside, basically, because it sucks in cooler air on the bottom and expels it at the top. That's called convection, and that's how all lighting is basically cooled. However, that was kind of designed during the days when we had only incandescents, and now we have LEDs, which are really great. So we'll talk about those LEDs. It's going to have one socket, medium base socket facing down. The recommended bulb is going to be an A19 like this. You can still use an incandescent if you can find them out there. You can go up to 100 watts, so don't worry about that part of it. But there's great LEDs that exist too, and these are everywhere. You know, every store you walk into nowadays has these. My grocery store sells these. This is kind of the old school LED. This is the kind of newer one. These are called phosphorus ones that are clear and have those little phosphorus tabs inside. I find these pretty easily at Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that, Ace Hardware, True Value Hardware. I think you get a better deal at Home Depot, quite honestly. I have found these at Walmart too, at up to 100 watt equivalent for each one of these. So you've got one, obviously, and that would give you quite a bit of light. Online, I have found one for, I think, 150 watt equivalent, which was pretty cool, and that was probably on Amazon. So that's it. The shade setup on this, you've got an inner shade, which is going to be natural white Anna automatically, and that's a white fabric. There's light going to be able to come through it, acts as a diffuser. And then on the pull down menu up there, it says choose your shades. It's going to be a pull down. It's going to show you a couple shades you can get for this. You can also, on that page, you'll notice that there's a place where you can request samples. So just make sure you only request the samples that are on that pull down menu. You kind of click those little boxes, put in your name and address, and we send those samples out to you for free. Do it every day, not a big deal. So that's my take on this. The bulbs on this it's a dimmable fixture to begin with, so you might as well go for like a 100-watt equivalent LED, and I would probably pick that up from Home Depot. We talk about the color of light all the time in these videos. 2700 Kelvin is going to be that super yellow light. Way on the other side of that is going to be called daylight, and that's going to be not a warm light, that's a cold light. That's that bluish white light, 4000, 5000 Kelvin in the Kelvin scale. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white or soft white, and that's what this guy is. And I picked this up at, I think, either Walmart or Home Depot. Came in a 4-pack in both places, pretty reasonably priced. The light coming down on my hand this is actually warm white, soft white, 3000 Kelvin. That's what we like to use in our showroom, and that mimics the light of an incandescent bulb. So on this fixture, I would probably, because there's only one bulb, I would probably pick up a 100-watt equivalent 3000 Kelvin dimmable LED. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.